We are here this evening not only to celebrate the change for animals in our area or to educate one another about the profiling and stigma attached to this breed, but to remember those animals that never knew our love. I hold this candle for Gabriel, the black and white pit bull that was drugged behind a car through a parking lot, found barely breathing in a barn. When he crawled with a 17-pound chain around his neck, he was found by Good Samaritans and hours later died. This happened in Clark County. I hold this candle for Gringa, the white pit bull that died cold and alone tied to a wooden deck post, suffering from a large cancerous tumor. When a neighbor discovered her and took her to the vet, they said she had been suffering greatly for months and was euthanized immediately to alleviate her misery. The only kindness she ever knew was the gift of her death. I hold this candle for the baby Pitty that was brutally beheaded with a chainsaw in front of children, for the puppy pit bull that was kicked to death in a domestic dispute just this Thursday, October 21st. The dogs that encircle us here this evening are living proof that pit bulls are loving, resilient, incredible creatures that deserve a chance. There are so many more tales of pit bulls that have died at the hands of humans. I could continue on for hours, and I don't mean to be a downer, but they bear the scarlet letter of a pit bull. Their breed and outward appearance has made them the breed of choice for dogfighting, an accessory for those that want to feel macho and intimidating, and one of the most commonly euthanized animals in shelters. We are living in an era of change that should be able to rise above ignorance and discrimination. We should be able to find equality for all walks of life. We should not fear or outlaw a breed of dog, just as we should see beyond color, gender, sexual orientation, and see people for who they are as individuals. We are facing a civil rights movement for animals, and without change, these animals will continue to live out a destiny of abuse, torture, and neglect. I would like to take a moment of silence for these animals, for Gabriel, Gringa, for the unnamed pit bulls that have died. If you pray, or if you chant, or if you simply want to speak to them in silence, take a moment to remember their souls. I know we weren't there to save them, and we all would if we could have. But you can make a promise to them that you will work for change. This abuse will not be stood for. We are all going to work for change, and being here, you're making that promise to them. It's our turn to fight for these precious, misunderstood souls.